Hi, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Gemini, this is your monthly read for October of 2022. We're going to get into the cards and see what's going on for you. It's a general read, so anything and everything goes. And we're going to get all the cards on the table and even the clarifiers and then really get into the message, okay? We're also having the angels give you a little bit of inspiration there. No place like home. The first card out is No Place Like Home. And actually Aries have the No Place Like Home as their first card as well. So maybe there's a correlation, something about having Aries in your chart. Let's see. That might be the only card. And then there's nothing that is similar to their read. But let's see. Gemini for the month of October. I also want to say that I started to do personal readings. So if you're interested in a personal reading with me, a video reading just like this, you just get to ask your questions and get in-depth answers. Just look for it in the description box. Send me a message. I'm really excited about it. That's why I have eliminated the second part, this more in-depth here read, and taken out the extended and focus on personal readings instead. Okay, Gemini, there you go. Building blocks. So you've been building something over time, building yourself up, building something else up. Could be a business. And flexible. Flexible. Number 19 could talk about a person in the essence, person coming in. We're going to clarify this. Why are these cards on the table, please? There you go. So first one out is Five of Michael. Could be something that has been a little bit hidden, something that wants to come up to the surface, something that really serves you to talk out loud about. And then Nine of Ariel. Dreams are fulfilled. You're happily ever after, basically. This is just really, really gorgeous energy. And then we're going to see what the angels want to tell you. What do you want to tell Gemini, please? Gemini for the month of October. Astara, I love her. Astara, I feel like one more. There you go. And Archangel Michael. These might be my favorites, although we have the Akasha and the anyway. Oh, I don't remember the name of the other angel I was thinking about, but anyway. You deserve the best, Astara. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Astara. So let's go deeper into the energy when we get there. And then the Archangel Michael, I'm with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So, and Michael is dressed in the rainbow colors there today. So it's very much about the connection to your dreams. The connection to your dreams, Gemini, for the month of October. That's really, really gorgeous. Okay, so No Place Like Home. I'm actually going to read out of the book for you. I didn't do that for Aries, so you won. If this was a competition, you just won it. 50, 48, 50. I'm sorry. I don't know what's up with my brain. Like my brain always does this. So I'm always like hooked into any type of movie, any type of series, any type of expression. If there's a funny expression from a movie, I can sort of repeat that for like years and years to come. It can be slightly different, slightly different tone of voice. Something that would just kick in that just reminds me of something, and I sort of just have to say it. It's almost like a little Tourette thing there. So 50. So I don't know if you guys ever saw this movie with Jennifer Aniston and Ben Stiller. And I'm not gonna think of the name now. I just love that movie. Look me in my eye bulb. There's a lot of funny quotes coming out of that movie. I just realized I say a lot of things from that movie. I think it's from that movie. Am I completely butchering it now? Anyway, so Jennifer and, well, not Jennifer, but her character and Ben's character are being very intimate, and he's trying to not finish early, and so he starts to count in his head, and he decides that at least he's gonna get to 50. So he's just quiet and quiet and quiet, and all of a sudden he's like 50. So I'm telling you that whole story just to get to the climax situation of 50. Although I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think it's like the reason that I'm being brought there as a memory. There's something with climax. It doesn't necessarily have to revolve like around sex. It doesn't necessarily have to do with stamina, or like, you know, it can just be the fact that we're now reaching 50. It's like a really, really gorgeous place that we're even comparing to orgasm and climaxing and, you know, whatnot. No place like home. I don't think I've ever gotten an analogy or reference like that ever before. 50, the big 50 also. It could just be that someone has just actually turned 50, that there's a major life shift going on for you because you've reached sort of half point. And also we have overcoming obstacles here. Overcoming obstacles, hard times, we come full circle in that. It should be like basically smooth sailing from here on out. Well, let's see what it says in the book. No place like home. Essential meanings of this card is authenticity. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. The Oracle's message states, home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create. A place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself, and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. How gorgeous is that? And we even get more. Relationship message states, lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspect of familiarity now. Be home in this relationship. Be home in this relationship. Together, you add to the love of the world. And then prosperity message states, when you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. Your business choices, the investments you make, and the creative projects you immerse yourself in are powerfully on point. Why? Because when you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both successes and failures, you will see the divinity in all things. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience this kind of authenticity. I mean, the shorter version of this is just saying, you're so full of yourself in the best, like I'm not saying like you're just so full of yourself, like in the best possible thinkable way, you're just so completely full of yourself. If you don't recognize this, you're at least having the aspiration to get there. And that is just such a beautiful thing. And then we have building blocks, which is, I now feel that it's so much about building up yourself. This could be like a the consequence of building yourself up, the result, for lack of better word, the result is that the more you have stepped into your integrity, the more you have, when you stay in that integrity and you stay, that's the beauty. If you're around the year 50, like, I don't want to say that if you're 25 you don't understand this, but there's something about becoming of age, like coming of age, that just brings stability and security, because you're starting to really come into your own skin and starting to really fully understand who you are. And I'm not saying again that if you're 25 you can't know that, but definitely time is really gorgeous, and there's something about staying in that integrity, knowing your power, knowing your strength, and just really be in touch with your emotional body and your spiritual body. Building blocks is about like building yourself up, recognizing really literally who you are, and as a consequence, as a result of that, you might now really come into building a business up, building a relationship, building some sort of regime around your health. That is just sort of, it's not so much it's just a extension is what I was looking for, is not just the extension, it's a beautiful extension. It's almost why we want to live. It's almost why we're even here, so it's not such a just thing. But the reason why it works now, the reason why you can now start to really build a business from the ground up and it's really going to work, or the reason why you're now meeting a person, you're meeting someone, you're getting into a relationship, and why it really works and why you're going to have like the foundation with them, you're going to build this relationship up, is because you've done the work. You have come home within yourself. And this seems to be very, very dominant, very, very prominent. Is that the word I'm looking for? Prominent. Like it's very highlighted in the month of October. You're also being asked to be flexible, like at this very moment in time. And I think it's, the feeling here is being flexible with yourself. Obviously be flexible, be understanding, have perspective, try to have as much perspective on other people's input or whatever. That just brings the most calm, if you can just really understand where other people come from. But this is also asking you to be flexible with yourself, with your own journey, that you probably are starting to feel like things are falling into place. You're coming into your own. And so things sort of kind of want to just really start to work out for you. And as they do, and as we close in, I'm feeling like that's going to fall into place. This is falling into place. This opportunity just came in. It can be a little bit of that threshold, that like going from the dream into the reality, going from having fought, having had a little bit of a struggle with like seeing what you wanted to experience, but that has sort of stayed on a fantasy visualization level. And as you get closer and closer to seeing things really start to manifest physically, like in your in the 3D world, it's coming in, you can tend to just really not lose it, but like to get a little bit overexcited and wanting things to really fall into place faster than they did like a week ago or a month ago, when you were sort of just in dream state or in fantasy state, where you just could allow things to fall into place. So when things start to really show up physically, continue to be just flexible with your thoughts, continue to be flexible and kind to yourself in the time or progression that this is taking. Does that make sense? Like, so I'm trying to say, when things are starting to show up, whether that is a relationship starting to come in, whether that is a job opportunity, you're starting to see changes in your body, even your mindset, you just feel different, to then not screw it up. That's very kind advice here. To just continue to not rush it, continue to not, can I please be given an analogy to really explain this one? Okay, so this gets you to practice listening to your inner being. This is about practicing listening to your inner being because, okay, so this is about not jumping in too fast. It's not confusing when something's ripe or when something is really becoming ripe. Like something is really becoming ready, but it's not ready quite yet, and to not jump in too fast. So that is like if you're starting to feel called to just, there's a relationship out there. Let's say you're single, Gemini, and you're looking for a relationship. And so you're starting to feel called to just have this relationship. You start to just really want a relationship in your life. And so you have the idea about it. You might start to visualize about it, thinking about like the type of person you want to be with, what you're going to do when you're together, how your life would look, etc., etc. And then you might see someone on the town, like, or someone might show up in your text message, like on your, maybe not text, but like on your social media. Someone is like showing up. So there's a name, or there's an indicator of like you're just scrolling through, and but your eyes land on this face, and you go to think, oh, this is it. This is my person. I better reach out to this person. If there's no indication that you should reach out to them, but just the fact that there's a person there and they sort of look nice, that's not the that's getting too excited too fast. Does this make sense? You will feel like you feel called to go in that direction. You will feel the calling on when to act. If this is a job opportunity, if this is like you feel called to look for a job, or you feel called to, it can even be such a silly thing as you're starting to feel like you want to move your body. And first it starts as an idea, like just as a thought. The thought just arises like, oh my God, where did that came from? Where did that came from? Where did that come from? Like, like for the first time in life, you just all of a sudden felt like running. And for your entire life, you just have not been wanting to run, or even move your body in a way that you just haven't been thinking about in a while. Just because your thoughts are there, just because you started to think about wanting to run, doesn't mean that you should go out running today. Because the body's not prepared to run, and so you will go out and run, and that would be the last of that, because you jumped on it too fast. There's the thought, and then there's the expanded thought, and then there's the thought form, and then there's, you really feel like you will know when it's time to reach out to someone. You will know when it's time to apply for that job. You will know when it's time to get out for a run. And until you feel completely dragged out to do so, don't act on it too soon. You'll mess up the journey. So be flexible with yourself, Gemini, as you're going to want to jump into soon. Even if you haven't felt called to it, you're going to want to jump into soon. And when you do, and it might not turn out exactly as you wanted to, if you just would have slowed down a little bit, you probably judge yourself or blame yourself, or like, I felt it somewhere. Like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I just went too fast with and now look at what, like, that's okay. That can be reversible. That can be organized in a, it's going to solve itself. There's no danger on the roof, as we say in Swedish. Ingen fara på taket. So be kind. We have 5 of Michael and 9 of Ariel coming out as clarifiers. So this is about, I just feel like this is usually my, like, don't sweep things under the rug, or things that has been swept under the rug is now coming up to the surface. And we have the 5 there with the 50. So it's like 5-5-0. It's like we have overcome hardships and lessons and so forth, and you've come into the full experience of it, and we've come full circle. There's no more to like pick up there now. And 5, again, it's about that overcoming hardship, and also a great opportunity for change. So just feel like everything that you have sort of swept under the rug, everything that you basically have held in. Gemini is such a pure heart, and you're such a sensitive soul. And you're not the first person to cause conflict. If you can avoid conflict at any cost, you basically will. And it sort of can sometimes pile up inside of you. This is when you're coming into your home, the more you light up within yourself, the more you light up within yourself, right? You light up things inside of yourself. And so things that had maybe been stored away for a while is now going to come up to the surface. And that is a good thing. But it might feel like, wait a minute, I'm feeling so good. Why does it all of a sudden not feel so good? Or why does this stuff come in then? I must not be so much on the right path as I thought. You're so much on your right path that things that has been hidden away, things that has been closeted or like put under is now being illuminated. It's just being brought up to the light, not for you to now start to debate or start a Facebook group on or start to, you know, I'm completely humorizing that one, but rather just let it pass. Teflon, just let it run off of you, okay? But it's going to come up and it's going to lead to this gorgeousness. 9 of Ariel. There's the rainbow, the connection there, the rainbow connection. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. You are headed. You probably feel this, Gemini. You're coming into yourself. You're coming into your own. And as you do, you start to connect with the people you're seeking in your life. You're starting to connect with the opportunities, with the work-related situations, with your body, with your spirit, like you're starting to connect. And 9 in this instance is a little bit of like we're ending the old, but it's way more about dreams coming true and unconditional love. So then, now when we read Astara again, you deserve the best. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Together with Archangel Michael, and just like I said, there's a rainbow situation here happening in his clothing there today. I'm with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. That's what I have for you for the month of October. I hope that was uplifting and inspirational. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and please consider to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it really helps me a lot. Again, if you are interested in a personal read, just read about it in the description box. Send me a message. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really appreciate it. Take care. Happy October.